All right. What up, everyone? I am Dr. D. Franey with My Yes Life, and I'm a life coach. And this is my good friend, Shauna Miller.
Hi, everyone.
So we thought we'd jump on and talk a little bit about the Authentically You workshop and why it's awesome and why we think that you should come.
Yeah, I think what I'm excited about with Authentically You workshop is I feel like there have been different things in my life that I've struggled with. And after getting to know you, I feel that you've really helped me see that until I start caring about myself, that nothing else can change.
Yeah, isn't that the truth, right? Like our number one relationship is the relationship that we have with ourselves. It's the most important relationship, and most of my clients, most of the people I meet are saving that one for last, right? When you're tired, exhausted, you have nothing left in the gas tank, you're at the end of the day and you're like, we'd rather crawl in bed than strengthen that relationship with self.
For sure. I think something I heard you speak at our Soulful Women, and it was so amazing because I felt that everything goes back to us, and we kind of expect like somehow relationships are going to change because of the people we're in relationships with. But until we change ourselves, nothing else can change.
Yeah, it's so true, right? We want that. It'd be much more comfortable if everybody else around us just changed and did what we wanted to make us feel better, right? But the only person that we have control over is ourselves. We're the only ones that can force ourselves or choose to change for ourselves. The cool thing is Marianne Williamson says that it only takes one person in a relationship to change for a relationship to radically change. So why not change yourself? Look inward.
Right. For sure. So another thing that you really taught me that was really kind of mind-boggling, I know it's just kind of crazy, but a lot of times we hear, take care of yourself, and people define self-help as, oh, I went and got a pedicure, or I went and got a massage. While those things make us feel great, we're not really fixing like the bigger problem, which is something with our emotions or our mental health or how we view things. And so I really have to say that since April, I've really reevaluated that. And want to thank you for explaining to the whole, a large group of women, just how self-care is so much more than a massage.
It is, right? Like we get fixated on pampering as the solution. And while it feels good and I want you to go get your massage and your nails did, you need to take care of your mind, body, and spirit. That is the most important thing. And it's funny, most people tell me they don't have time for that. And the most profound things that you can do for your mind, body, and spirit don't take very long. Like you can strengthen that relationship and check in with yourself and take care of yourself in like 5 minutes or less. There's so many really powerful things that you can do very, very quickly to feel really good.
What are a couple of things that you would suggest?
I think one of the best things that you can do is honor yourself and checking in with your thoughts. So often we believe that we are our thoughts rather than allowing ourselves to have space around that and say, hey, is that a belief that I want to keep thinking? Who put that thought in my brain, in my big, beautiful brain? Is this really one that's serving me? Because a lot of that crap got installed in your brain before you were old enough to know any better. And I think that one of the most detrimental is our feelings of self-worth, right? Am I good enough? And so that is something that we're working on in the workshop, but, checking in with yourself each day on the different thoughts that are leaving you, creating a feeling of unworthiness, because, I believe our thoughts are the most important thing. They create our emotions drive our behavior, and our behavior gets us our results in life. And so if you want sustainable change, if you want lasting change, if you want different results in your life, don't focus on changing on the behavior. You need to work on your thoughts.
Right. So what's something that they can learn when they come to your workshop?
Well, this is something that I always struggle with. I grew up in a very abusive household, and for me, worthiness was one of the toughest things that I had to learn, and it's something that still pops up in my life. But the belief that you're 100% worthy no matter what, exactly as you are right now in this moment. you know, a lot of times our brain likes to convince us that there's all these things that are wrong with us. And most of those things are like what make us truly unique and truly awesome. They're our secret sauce. And, you know, here's the deal, like you didn't create you. You were created exactly as you are in the infinite wisdom of the creator, whoever that is for you, however you conceptualize that. But like, don't take credit for the faults. They're supposed to be there. Just like you can't really take credit for all the awesome. You just get to enjoy it. You're 100% worthy, whether you want to believe that or not. So believing it feels way better than not, right?
For sure. I have to say, like, I told myself this so much that in my head, and then they started escaping my lips. And one thing that I found, especially in the community I worked and live in, was I'm not a good mom, because I was working and I was all of this stuff. And then I would even say it out loud to my kids. And so then it's reinforcing to them, my mom's not a good mom. And finally, I had to quit telling myself that a while back and say, I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. And I'm better than what I had. And my mom was better than what she had. But being a mom is really hard. And so I feel like it's really bad when our thoughts then become words that we share with other people. And that gives it so much more power. So I no longer tell myself that. And when I find myself doing that again, I tell myself, no, I'm doing the best that I can with what I have, and it's enough. And I think that's something that's just so hard on ourselves, especially as women, that we somehow feel like no matter what, we never measure up. We think Pinterest is for much better life, and it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, right, that all of social media is a highlight reel, but the truth of the matter is there is no such thing as perfection. Right? It's super elusive, and it's this thing that you're always going to be chasing. And if you are not allowing yourself to feel good until you hit that thing, the bar will always be raised higher and higher and higher. Right? I need the new job. I need to have the perfect kids. I need to have the perfect house. I need to, right? Like you'll get that, and that will become the new limit. They call it the hedonistic treadmill, right? You're always going to be running because you're looking to something outside of you to make you feel good on the inside, and it'll never happen, right? You need to give yourself permission to not be perfect, to give yourself grace in the moment, right? Because we're all trying to figure this out.
Well, see, I'm really excited for your workshop, and I just think you have so many great ways for people to kind of see through the BS. Like, it's not strung out. It's not just give you a snippet next time. It's you dig deep, and you dig deep fast, and you fix real problems, like down to a core. So I'm excited to see, you know, what you have to offer next. So thank you so much for blessing my life.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm super stoked that you crossed my path. And, you know, that's what I love. I love nothing more than to pull the awesome out of people. And I'm doing it with evidence-based research and a real focus on getting results, right? There's a lot of coaches out there that like to talk about the things that feel good and present it in like the pretty way. But, you know, we like to dig in the weeds, and because that's where the real growth is. So I'm super stoked that you've been willing to do that for yourself and your family. And thank you for, you know, helping me get the message out that like, this is something that you can change. This is something that, you know, in one afternoon we could make significant headway, and you could totally change your life.
Yay. I look forward to seeing you.
Hey, thanks, friend. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.